In lesson 58, part 16, we're continuing to look at the swing in detail. Now, we're all aware of aiming the face of the club. We know that an open face promotes a shot that goes to the right, and a closed face promotes a shot that goes to the left, in broad terms. There are circumstances where that's not quite true, but broadly we can say that if the face is open, it's encouraging a slice or fade spin or a direction to the right, and conversely, a closed face will be a lower shot to the left. Very few of us have understood the concept of aiming the shaft. Now, by aiming the shaft, what I mean is, with a driver, that the shaft is a dead right angle to the target line. There's the shaft, a dead right angle to target line. If the shaft is behind that row of balls, my swing is directed to the left. If the shaft is ahead of the row of balls, then my swing is directed towards the right of target. Now, if you get the shaft wrongly placed, within the swing you have to compensate and correct the shaft and the face. If you get the shaft correctly placed, you only have to fix the face. So in simple terms, the aiming of the shaft controls what your body does and what your swing does, and the way you aim the face controls what the ball does. And if you're equipped with those two bits of information, it's very, very helpful. Now, my boss and mentor, the late great Alex Hay, he used to use a carpet beating analogy. I want you to imagine that there's a washing line in the garden here, and then we've got a rug or a carpet hanging here, level with this row of balls. And Alex got me to understand that if I was going to beat the carpet on the washing line, I wanted the whole implement against the carpet. I would turn and whack the dust out of the carpet. I wouldn't have the head outside the carpet or the handle. I would address the carpet with the whole shaft against it. I would turn and beat the dust and the whole implement. Now, I found that a very, very helpful image. So, if I can get the shaft a dead right angle, I create my power and I beat the carpet and I come back with this in line. If I flick the head of the carpet beater, you know where the ball's going to go, or if the handle hits the carpet first, you know the ball's going to go right. So, your impact, the way you present the shaft to impact, is very much determined by the way you present it at address. So hopefully you can see the shaft's at right angle to the target line, just behind this row of balls, and I imagine that I'm beating a carpet. I turn the shoulder, and I come through. I load the shoulder, and I return through. Now, if I want a fade, I walk round the circle and the shaft falls behind the ball. So now I've aimed the shaft differently, i.e. to the left. That's where my swing is going to travel, and that's where the ball is going to start. So it's very easy to hit a fade if the shaft's behind the ball. Conversely, if I want to draw the ball, I walk round the circle, and now the shaft is ahead. From this position, I can coil, and draw spin is very, very easy. But optimally, if the shaft's a dead right angle to the target line, or the carpet's on the washing line, I'm going to load and come back to that impact. So here we go, back to the bog standard square swing. Load the shoulder and through. So, I hope that's fresh revelation for you. You know that aiming the face is important, but I'm saying to you in this piece is aiming the shaft is even more important.